Hey guys, so today I just wanted to talk to you guys about my journey so far because I know I have a lot of new subscribers and it's been a while since I TTC'd, and I just figured I would give an overview of my entire baby journey so far so you can get caught up and maybe learn some things about me. So first off, my journey started in March 2013 when I decided I was ready for a baby. Basically, long story short, I realized that I don't need a perfect home, I don't need to own a home, I don't need to have a bazillion dollars. Babies don't need that. Also, my main concern was I wanted to make sure I was settled down somewhere and I was never gonna move. And kids move all the time and are no worse for wear. I think maybe because I grew up, the majority of my life I grew up in one house. Like we spent 13 or 14 years in the same house. Maybe felt like I wanted that for my child as well. But how many of you have moved as a child, and how many times? And I'm sure you're all surviving fine. So I realized that it would not be a big deal for me to move, especially when baby's young, like before they're even in school. Who cares, right? So that's what I realized. And I had previously talked to my friend who is a surrogate, because she had said to me she would be willing to be my surrogate, and I said okay, not even thinking anything of it at the time, nowhere near thinking about a child. So I started to talk with her again, and we set up that I would be ready approximately fall 2014. And how I came up with that is we were looking at legal fees, and I was timing like how fast could I save and whatnot. And she's like, that's perfect because I want to do a surrogacy this summer, so summer 2013. So I want to do surrogacy then, so I'll be able to do that one more surrogacy and then do your surrogacy. Perfect, great. And then like probably, I want to say a month, but it was probably like 2 seconds later. You guys know me and how much I change my mind. But so I realized that I could save faster and I could afford the legal fees a lot sooner than I thought I could. So then I was like, I'm ready for a baby now, and I wish I didn't tell her to wait. Because at this point she already had paperwork started and stuff, because she was planning to do the surrogacy and she just wanted to get okay for me to make sure that I wasn't ready now. Then. So I decided to TTC myself, so I contacted a clinic that would, allows home insemination, so they could ship to me, from a frozen sperm bank, and then I could TTC at home. So I had the blood work done from that, and I did a consult for that, and then I got a message from them saying, oh, by the way, we can't get your blood test results. There's like a mix-up and stuff, so you have to come and do it here. And I'm like, I live in Manitoba and you guys are in Ontario. It ain't gonna happen. And they're like, well, you can wait till summer when you get here. I'm like, but then by the time I get the blood work done, you do the rest. By the time I actually get it, it's going to be September. And they're like, well, we can't help it. I'm like, fine. And originally they had told me I don't even need the blood work. It's optional. So I was so incredibly frustrated. But anyway, so then I talked to my family doctor and I said to him, can I ship sperm to you? Straight up, just, can I ship it to you? And they said, well, what do we need to do? I'm like, nothing. You just have to be there to get it, and I will everything else myself. So that's what I ended up doing. That was July 2013. God, is it that far ago? So July 2013, I did my first cycle at home with a frozen donor. I did 2 vials at home, and then BFN obviously, and then in October 2013, that seems so far away. So October 2013, I found my known donor who could ship to me. And I was like, this is a little crazy because 1, it's super cheap, and 2, I can just TTC as much as I want without having to worry about shipping to my doctor or anything like that. So I started TTCing with my donor in November, and then, so November, December, I feel like I had 2 cycles in December. I'll post a link down below in the description of my write-up for it because I have like notes. But So in January of 2014, I got a BFP and then BFN chemical, which even now I have to look, I have pictures of the positive and I have to go and look at that to remind myself, yes, it was a chemical pregnancy. It was not a false positive, because I have like 3 or 4 tests and it's like dark, lighter, 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 lighter. So it's like hard to remind myself that yes, it was not just me being crazy, it was a positive. It just didn't stick. So then I TTC'd for a couple of months longer, and then I decided I was going to do IVF. So I contacted clinics that are doing IVF, which I am morbidly obese, so lots of them were like, well, we'll do it, but you know you should lose weight. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I want a baby. And so I don't know how long, I'd have to look and see how many IVF vlogs I have. I don't feel like there was many. But basically, while looking over the process, and I just felt so stressed out about trying to get everything done in such a short time, and the money that if IVF failed, which with endo, it's just a very high chance of failure without having a lap done first. And also being BMIs over 30 also decrease your chances dramatically of IVF succeeding. So I figured, skip that, I will do adoption, because adoption, I at least will just wait it out. I know what's happening. The end. Yeah. So I switched to adoption. I decided to go with private domestic adoption. I did the application and classes in May of 2014. And then in June, end of June, I started my home study. July and August, I did 2 more TTC cycles, because I had stopped TTCing in, I think, like March, when I decided to do adoption, because I wanted to save up my money. And then, so those were BFNs as well. And then in August, I finished my home study. October, I got my approval. I found my first birth mom in July 2014, and it's just been a ton of them after that were possible birth moms, and it's just been a roller coaster of them either deciding to keep, which hasn't happened very often. The majority have decided to give it to foster care instead of letting it be adopted. Usually it's because they don't want to do the paperwork or the counseling, or because I can't pay them. Those are the main reasons I've been given on why they won't let me adopt it versus letting CFS have them. So now I have decided that I am quitting here, because where I live, I can't really do anything. Like, I can't really TTC here. Shipping times are horrible. It's just horrible, and it's so stressful, and I'm just done. So I am now taking a year off, and I will be TTCing during that year. I'm hopefully going to get a lap done for my endo, hopefully going to lose weight, hopefully, and then at the end of the year I would like to possibly do an IVF cycle, or at least an embryo freeze for, have future embryos for surrogacy. So I'm pretty sure that sums up everything. If you have been with me forever like Kay has been, and I missed something, please let me know. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you can come along on this journey with me. It's been a long journey. So I've been blogging since April 2013, but I started my vlog in December 2013. But yeah, so like a year and a half with YouTube. Which I'm going to do a different video on how much I love YouTube. But yeah, so it's just been a crazy long roller coaster, and it's going to keep going. But hopefully it's going up from here. I am definitely 1,000 times happier than I was before. Yeah, pretty much sums it up. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them down below. Thanks for watching, guys. So today I want to talk to you guys about how YouTube has changed my life. I know that's probably like the weirdest thing to do as a video, but I just want to tell you.